Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are returning, thanks for coming back. My name is Amanda Dewald. I am a wife and mama of 2 boys with our 3rd boy on the way, and this is my pregnancy vlog. So today is, Thursday, June 25th. And we are going to be filming all about week 17 of pregnancy because today I am 18 weeks pregnant. So I'm exactly 18 weeks. We're going to talk about week 17. I feel like there's quite a bit to talk about. So I'll do my best to keep this short. For those of you who know me know that I like to talk a lot and my videos tend to go long, and I even edit them. So you're welcome for editing them. So I have some really exciting things that happened this week, but unfortunately I can't talk about some of those yet. If you follow me over on social media like Instagram or Facebook at Amanda Dewald1, you will find out sooner than you will on here. I'll probably be posting sometime this weekend or maybe Monday, Tuesday-ish. So by the time this video goes up, it might be public knowledge, but I'm not going to put it in here just in case it's not. And I don't want to have to re-edit the video or whatever, but some really exciting things that I'm super excited to share with you next vlog. Unpregnancy related, not related to the pregnancy, but just exciting in our life. Okay, so then I'm going to talk about symptoms that I had this week. I feel like there were a lot of symptoms, some new things that I am craving, and an update, I guess I'll say, an update on the whole ligament pain / pelvic groin pain that I've talked to my chiropractor at length about and my midwife. So I've got an update for that I will share. All right, so let's get right into it. If you guys are watching this and you're pregnant, I'd love for you to drop in the comments where you are in your pregnancy and what pregnancy number it is for you. I just love being able to connect with other pregnant mamas. I just think it's such a special time in our lives, and although there are symptoms and crazy things that happen to our body, it truly is so magical and so wonderful, and it's so nice when you can band together with other mamas or people who are currently pregnant. So I would love to connect with you. Okay, so getting into it, we will start with symptoms that I had this week. I had 2 ocular migraines, which I've mentioned in a previous video, so I'm not going to go into detail about that, but if you're curious or you get them or whatever, I mentioned them in one of my other videos. To be honest, I'm not sure which one. But I got 2 ocular migraines this week, which is not fun. And then I did get a lot of other minor headaches. Today I'm feeling pretty good, but I will say that typically in the mornings I feel fine, and then it's afternoon, end of the day that hopefully the cars going by aren't too loud. Typically by the end of the day is when more of my symptoms come on. So we'll see how today goes. But I definitely had a lot of migraines continued and / headaches continued into week 17. I have had more braxton hicks. So I know I mentioned that in, I think, either the last video or 2 videos ago maybe. And I have been continuing to have those. No other symptoms with them. Nothing no crazy amount that I feel is worrisome by any means. But I am definitely noticing that tightening of my belly throughout the day, multiple times a day, but nothing crazy. So a newer symptom that I have had this past week is I've had so much gas, sorry TMI, but literally both, burping, farting, my poor husband. I have had so much gas buildup. And I've also been experiencing more heartburn. I know I mentioned last week that I was kind of getting mild. I would still say it's mild, but it's noticeable. I would say at least every other day or every couple days, if not more often than that. So that makes me a little nervous. I hope it doesn't get worse, but we will see. I'm equipped with things if need be. So those are some of the symptoms. Let's see what else I have here. Also on Monday, so, okay, this is TMI, warning. If the gas was too much for you, then you should leave now, because this is more than that. So on Monday, I had gone to the bathroom, and when I wiped, like, a part of my mucus plug came out, and I kind of panicked a little, but then I looked stuff up online, which I know you're not supposed to do, but it's just what we do, right? And it seems like it's very normal for pieces of it to come out and regenerate. So I'm not concerned about it. I haven't had any bleeding or any like cramping I've had some cramping this week, which is also a new symptom. I really haven't had much of that, but nothing to like that I'm even worried about, like nothing that I would call my midwife about or anything. I've just noticed like sometimes when I lay down at night, like mild cramping. So anyway, so no blood, no like bad cramping, like nothing else with it. So at this point, I feel comfortable just moving on with my day and just noting that it happened. I will say it did also happen earlier in my pregnancy. Honestly, don't remember what week it was. I have it written down somewhere. A piece of it had fallen out then, and I know it was towards the beginning. I want to say it was like around 6, 7, maybe 8 weeks-ish. And I had no further issues with that. Like, it was just like, went to the bathroom, wiped, noticed it, like, went on with my day, like, nothing else seemed to happen. So, so far in this pregnancy that I have noticed twice that has happened to me. I do not remember that happening in previous pregnancies, but that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. I just don't remember it. So let me know if that's something that you've experienced in your pregnancy. I would love to know. And let me know, like, was it an issue for you, or, you know, was it fine? Most of what I read said it was fine. What else? Oh, new symptoms. So some new cravings that I've been having are, like, literally any type of, like, fruit, like, fresh, cold, like, especially if it's cold, like, fresh, cold, juicy fruit, or even like vegetables, which I don't know, are cucumbers considered a vegetable? Because when I think cucumber, I think vegetable, but they do have seeds. So I don't know. Technically, I don't know what they are, but like cucumbers, I have just been, like, we've been growing them in our garden, and I cut them up, and we had one that was like literally like this long, and I cut it up. It was after the kids went to bed. I felt so bad. I literally ate the whole thing. I didn't even leave any for them to try, which they did get other ones to try, but I felt kind of bad. We were like waiting for like a week for this one to be ready, and we're like, oh, a couple more days. So I went out and picked it and ate the whole thing. Oh my gosh, it tasted so good. It was so good. So just like anything, like, I've been super thirsty, which I felt like I was in the beginning of my pregnancy, and then I wasn't for a while. I've been very thirsty, very just like, give me all the fruits, veggies. So my husband does keto, and he's been doing it for over a year. He lost a ton of weight on it. He loves it. I am not. And he has been like on and off lately. Like, just, I think like quarantine and just everything that's going on in the world, stress from other things that we had going on, which I'll be able to share with you soon, have just like, I think, gotten to him. So he's kind of broke his keto diet like a lot lately. And so he will be like, let's order pizza, or let's order this. And like, I just don't want anything bad. Like, I just want salads and vegetables and fruits. Like, I want all the healthy things, which is good. I'm really happy that that is what I'm craving. But that has been like newer, developed within the past, like, I would say week or so. I definitely have been having more continued of the insomnia, like not anything crazy this week. Like, I would say for the most part I slept well. It's just if I wake up to pee in the middle of the night, which most nights I am now waking up in the middle of the night to pee, I have a hard time falling back asleep. And so then I can't fall asleep, and so then I'm up for a while, and then I finally fall back asleep, and it's like an hour later I should be waking up, but I'm so tired because I didn't sleep, so then I have a hard time getting up in the morning, and it's groggy and just not fun. So that, and then lastly, about symptoms, I would say, is the continued round ligament pain. Sorry, I have to take off. I have socks on because I was cold earlier, and I'm getting so hot. I have to take off my socks. Oh, this video is so ridiculous. Anyway, so the continued round ligament pain, mostly on the right side, this week. And so I noticed a couple times throughout the week that I was getting like a really sharp pain, and I was nervous at first. I'm like, you know, what if it's my appendix? And I looked stuff up and I was like, no, I don't really think that that's it. It's probably just round ligament pain. But typically when I have gotten it in past pregnancies at least, and thus far in this pregnancy, it's like I would get a round ligament pain and it's like a sharp shooting pain that's like quick and goes away. And it's usually when I'm like transitioning from like laying to sitting, or sitting to standing, or like stretching in a weird way, or, you know, whatever it might be. And this was different. This was like just a stabbing, sharp pain, and it hurt for quite a while, and I had to like stop what I was doing because it hurt so bad. And so I went to the chiropractor yesterday and I told her about it, and she was like, well, let's see. And so I laid down, and so what she does is, here, I'll kind of lay down to show you. So she has me lay down, hopefully you can still hear me. She has me point to my belly button, and then you go where your hip and your belly button meet, and then she kind of like pushes on it. And it actually feels better today because that didn't hurt just now, but yesterday she barely put any pressure on it, and I yelped. Like, I jumped up on the table and I like screamed, and I was like, oh, that is tender. So I was nervous yesterday because then all day yesterday I'm like, maybe it is my appendix, like, oh my gosh. And she was like, I mean, it could be, but she's like, please don't freak out. She's like, I honestly think it's round ligament pain. It's right where your round ligament is. Like, it has all the symptoms of round ligament pain. She's like, don't jump to anything, but keep an eye on it. And today it seems to be feeling better. So I don't know, for whatever reason, it was super tight yesterday or whatever, but that was awful. So definitely the round ligament pain. I will be keeping an eye on that, just to make sure, you know, over the next week that it isn't anything else. But man, like that was intense. Oh, I have had some mild nausea, like here and there still, which I'm like, I'm 18 weeks already. Like, come on, when is this gonna go away? But I'm thankful it's not what it was before. But I would say every couple days or so, I'll get like a bout of just like feeling nauseous, and that just stinks. So I don't know. We'll see if that will continue or go away. Okay, I think that about wraps it up for symptoms this week. I did want to talk about the update as far as the pelvic pain. So the pelvic pain has been worse. Like, and it's so weird because some days it's worse than others, but it's pretty much like every day. At some point throughout the day it hurts, and it's pretty constant. So like I've updated you guys before, and it's for those of you who are new, it's like on the right side, like even just doing that like hurt a lot. And it's like right here that I'm feeling it, like right in here, and then sometimes it radiates out this way, but it feels like it doesn't really feel like a ligament or anything. Like, it feels like it's like my bone or something. I don't know. We'll see what it is. So I have been seeing my chiropractor about it with very little relief for quite a while now. So she told me to bring it up to my midwife. I talked to my midwife. She told me that she would refer me to a pelvic floor therapist, which I talked about last week. So I wanted to update you guys. I did book an appointment with a pelvic floor therapist, and that is set up for July 18th was the earliest she could get me in. There were 2 dates earlier, but the times didn't work for me. So it's kind of a bummer that I have to wait that long, but I've literally been dealing with this pain now for over 6 months, so it's not anything I can't handle for a few more weeks. But I'm really excited to see, you know, what her thoughts are about it, what she says, what she recommends, and to see if this is going to help. Also, I'm hoping that it will help with the peeing incidents we talked about last week, which I haven't had any more of those, thank the Lord. Hopefully she can kind of give me some insight maybe as like the whole mucus plug thing, like maybe something's like weak down there or something that like it's, I don't know. I don't really know. So we're gonna find out. I will keep you guys updated. It's really awesome too. I was asking her when I was booking the appointment, I was like, where are you located? I didn't see your address on the website. She's like, oh, I come right to your house. I was like, Yes. So I don't even have to go anywhere. So she's going to come right to my house, which is amazing. And I will keep you guys updated. All right, last thing, and then I will do a bump date, or bump update, bump shot, I don't know, whatever it's called, is that I'm so excited that our sonogram is coming up. Like, you guys, if you've been following this journey, know that we have not yet had a sonogram, and I am just so ready to see baby. I'm gonna be so emotional because I've been crying over everything lately. I didn't talk about that in symptoms, but I have been continually super emotional. So I know I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be emotional. I still haven't heard whether Dan's gonna be able to come or not, but I'm hoping with things like opening up more now, hoping that he will be able to come. So that is on July 6th. So I'm really getting excited for that, coming up in less than 2 weeks here. And I just really, really, really can't wait. I think that wraps it up for week 17 of pregnancy. And I will now show you the belly because I feel like it's definitely popped. I saw some mom friends yesterday though, and they were all like, your bump is so tiny. So that, I mean, that made me feel kind of good, but it feels big to me. So I will show you. I just finally switched over to maternity shirts. So you guys know I've been wearing maternity pants for quite some time now. I just, like 2 days ago, switched over to the maternity shirts because the other one, my regular ones were a little tight. So here's the side view, and I will lift my shirt up too so that you guys can see the bare belly. Let me move this back just a tad so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, so we'll go ahead and tuck this up, and then, well, let me make sure we're not getting anything out. Look at that belly! Oh my gosh. So here is our week 17 video, but actually 18-week belly, which I don't feel like I'm any bigger than I was with previous pregnancies, which is super exciting because I was a little nervous there in the beginning that I was going to get super huge because I feel like I started to show, or at least felt it down here, like my pants were so uncomfortable around like week 8 or 10. But at 18 weeks now already, like, I think it's looking pretty good. So I'm super excited to be finally getting that belly where like people can actually tell that I'm pregnant and it's not just that like in between awkward phase, which I still am a little bit there. And then one thing I didn't mention before I go is I also have been continuing to feel the baby. They're not as strong as I was hoping by now. Like I was hoping by 18, since I started feeling them at like 13, 14 weeks, I hoped by now like I would really be able to feel them, but I still don't. They're very, very mild. Like I can tell 100% that they are baby at this point. But they're very mild, and it's not really like, it's not a lot. Like he doesn't seem to be very active, or maybe maybe he's just not big enough yet. He's supposed to be, as of now, 18 weeks. So this is 18 week, not 17, but as of 18 weeks, he's supposed to be the size of like a sweet potato or an artichoke. So, I mean, that's pretty big. So I don't know. So we'll see if the kicks get stronger. I definitely feel him on a daily basis, but some days it's like once, and then other days it's like I felt him a lot already this morning. So I don't know what I've been doing differently this morning, or maybe he's just more active today, but anyway, okay, I'm just babbling, so I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I love hearing all your supportive comments. You guys have been so amazing. I'm so glad that I decided to start this, and I really, really hope that it's helping you on your journey and not just me blabbing. Like, I really hope this is helpful for you. So if it is, be sure to let me know so I have that inspiration to keep going. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys next week.